Hello ladies and gentlemen, you join us at another beautiful day at Bristol SGS, where it's a beautiful sunny day. And we have something a little bit special for you. Obviously today, not many games going on in the British American football scene. But again, a strange one. The winners of the SFC 1 West, the Bristol Apache, en route to their playoff game with, we suspect, the Wembley Stallions. Welcome the affiliate squad, the Plymouth Vanguard, for an exhibition game. Obviously, Plymouth needing to fulfill the quota of games in order to make it into the league next year. And this is one of them, and it's going to be a challenge going up against the winners of the SFC 1 West. But as you can see, this Plymouth Vanguard squad is rolling deep. They got a whole fleet. You can make an Admiral's joke there if you want, but we'll go with it. Going to be an interesting game. Obviously, Apache having quite a lengthy layoff between the end of the regular season for them and the start of the playoffs. So Apache using this as a tune-up game, Vanguard using it as an opportunity to get one more game in. Also, Vanguard are still looking for an opponent to help fill the quota. So if you're part of a team that's free on the 10th or the 11th of August, slide in the DMs of the Vanguard, try and arrange a game. Get one more game out before everyone goes on a Britball break and Uniball begins. But it is an absolutely beautiful day here in Bristol. Smell of sunscreen and melting rubber crumb. Also got a lovely ref squad out here. Steve Egan, our referee, Albert Lampert Jr., our umpire, Robert Cornwell, our headlinesman, Graham Coleman, our line judge, Amir Brooks, the back judge, Julian Malia, the field judge, and Kieran Smith, the side judge today. So it's always a difficult process to make the jump up from affiliate into the regular senior ball league, but Vanguard, I'd say definitely one of the more successful ones. There's a few floating around this year. Rosendale Bucks. So Plymouth win the toss. They will be receiving the ball first. But you look at the Plymouth roster and who some of their current players have played for. It is impressive. Obviously there's a lot of Plymouth Blitz in there. Some transfers from Torbay. But head coach Mark Wilkins hopefully getting together a game plan here to show something to the SFC 1 West winners. So two back to receive for the Apache. Bit of a low kick. Caught by, I believe, number 7 of the Vanguard, number 6 of the Vanguard. So Dom Short on the reception for the Vanguard. He's going to get it out past the 30. To Ed Green the mean machine running back for the Apache on the tackle. Looks like Vanguard are going to be starting this drive on their own 32. So Joby Wolfenden Brown, the QB, he's going to scramble out. He's going to get it away. And a good reception there. And Matt Neal on a great reception. Brown just having a scramble out there. Pocket was collapsing, but a big gain. Going to get that to the Apache 41-yard line. So Brown hands it off this time. And that's a good run, good hard run in there. Ben Jenkins, the back running through, and successive first downs for the Vanguard. Ben Jenkins having a few stops on his way to the Vanguard. Cornish Sharks, Cornwall Monarchs and Torbay. But it's a first down and the affiliate squad are almost knocking on the door. So Brown is looking. He's going to scramble, but he's going to be sacked. 92 and 53 of the Apache. Josh Shepard and Sam James bringing the hammer down on Brown. And the Vanguard are going to find themselves not only with their first second down of the game, but behind the sticks. I'm going to say a 2nd and 14 for the Vanguards. 11 in motion. Going to join a tight formation. It's going to be a toss out to the right. And the Apache swallow it up. Jenkins just can't replicate that success. And I'm sure that those first two plays probably stunned the Apache at least somewhat. So 3rd and 14 for the Vanguard. Sending Jenkins out to the left. So Brown drops back and he's looking. And he just fires it over the head of Jenkins. Going to bring up 4th down for the Vanguard. I definitely do think those first two plays probably caught the Apache off guard somewhat. You never know what to expect from an affiliate squad, but you look at just the size of the Vanguard roster. That's good team depth right there. So good snap. Kick is away, looking for the corner. Looks like that's going to go out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Is where the Apache are going to start their first drive. So Sam Jenkins on the kick there, trying to back the Apache up as much as possible. It'll be interesting to see what Apache side we see here today. Obviously, playoffs are on the horizon. Simon Harris in at QB for the home squad. Trips on the right for the Apache. And it's going to be a handoff. And that is Ed Green. Going to get a few yards on that carry up the middle. 2nd and 8 for them. Spreading those receivers out a bit more. Going to be a handoff to Green, stretching it out. Green's going to take the outside. Small hurdle, and it's going to be enough for a first down for the Apache. You know, the Apache, I'm sure, would have loved to have finished this season undefeated, but unfortunately fell by a single point to the South Wales Warriors, solidifying the Apache not being able to have a rest. No bye week for the Bristol side. It's a first down for him here. So he's looking, Harris is looking, he's going to have someone open, but just cannot find Fred Bull. So it would have been spectacular. Just there for him. Britball season winding down, playoffs abound. There's some absolute gem games in the playoffs, but it depends. I'm sure that some people are thinking this is exactly the way it's going to go. I know I've got my favourites. If I could put a band at the start of the season, oh, I think I'd be a relatively rich man right now. So 16 in motion for the Apache, and it's going to Green, and he's going to use his speed to turn up field. Not going to be enough for a first down, I feel, but just going to be 2 yards short, it looks like. Third and 2. Vanguard would love a stop here. You know, that part of the country definitely known for football. Obviously the Admirals back in the day. You've got the Uniball team, the Blitz. Green takes the ball, runs up the middle. He's going to be tackled, but it's going to be a first down, Apache. Obviously you've got the Blitz playing in the South or West too. Obviously I'm going to talk about Uniball. They were my pick to win the division last year. Finished on the same record as Aberystwyth and Gloucestershire, but points difference just kept them out. I'm sure they'll be looking to sort that out, especially considering there's no team coming down this year. I think the Southwest 2 is fairly open, but this isn't time for Uniball, Tebs. God damn it. So empty set for the Apache, looking for 16. Gonna make a cut. Gonna keep going. I'll get a name for you once he hits the floor. And Kieran Calvey is gonna have a first down and a little bit more, an impressive run. One thing we know for sure, Vanguard are going to be taking on the Oxford Saints on the 18th of August. I will say on that offer of an extra game, the Vanguard need to host that one. So you've got to be willing to make the travel down. Number 2's on the run, breaks one tackle, dragging people with him. It's going to be a good gain for Alex Moorfield. But this is what the Apache excel in, just good hard-nosed football. Just punching it right up the middle. So, I'm going to say 2nd and 3. It says Aztecs on the scoreboard. Sorry, let me change that. And just a rocket pass, unable to get it there. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so used to doing Aztecs games. There we go. Sorry about that. Do I have the team sheets? I do have the team sheets for both teams. Vodka Fred Ball, that's amazing. Right, well that's going to be his name from now on. So third down for the Apache. And it's going to go to Moorfield. Moorfield is going to have the first down, finding the outside, again breaking tackles. Run out right, going to be a fresh set of downs. For the Apache. Who said that? That's really funny. Kevin Randall, that is funny. Vodka Fred Ball. So first down for the Apache. Proform Forum. He falls on an island all by himself. That is our man, Vodka Fred Ball. So he's looking, got time, and flags flying. It's always great when you hear that sigh from teams. One thing the NFL doesn't have, you can't just hear the squads because they're, you know, not that far. Okay, yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair call from the ref. No flag on the play, uncatchable pass. Yeah, I think you just got to throw it to stop people from going, oh, unbelievable. So 2nd and 10 for the Apache. Hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, you're enjoying a nice cold beverage during this game. I have Aztecs provide me with a goodie bag. Love the Southwest one, always doing that. So it's going to be a handoff in the middle. Moorfield's going to have it. He's going to cut left, break one tackle, break another tackle, and just gets cleared out there. And that sort of tackle is the tackle you need to make, because Moorfield was just breaking tackles left, right, and centre. Dom Connor, the rookie D-line on the tackle. Amir is the back judge today. Steve Egan is umpire for the day. So it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Apache. They're getting closer to the Vanguard end zone. So Harris throws it up and almost brought in there by Ryan Langston, former Gloucestershire Gladiator. And all around, lovely guy. But he can't bring it in, so. I've not seen number 5 today. Is he playing? He's not. What a joke. Coach Flowers. He was scared, he knew I was going to be here. So 2nd and 10 for the Apache. So Harris is rolling out to his right, and he's going to try and deliver it. Let's see here what the referee's going to call that, and they're calling it a touchdown. Jack Mountcastle on the TD, and 6 points on the board for the Apache. What a great diving grab there from Mountcastle. I'm going to treat myself to a cold drink. James Baines looks to kick it through. So the snap is fumbled. Apache recover it. Score is going to say stay 6-0. So the Vanguard having some success on their first defensive drive of the day. But two relatively big plays, unable to find the end zone. You've got to feel for these refs sometimes. It's a hot day. Got to have some lightweight trousers. Got to be some lightweight trousers on our Bafra reffing crews because it's hot. I'm wearing jeans and it was a mistake. So Baines looks to kick it away again. Ryan Edgecombe, one of the returners for the Vanguard. And it's going to be going over the head of, I believe, number 4. Geordie Nelson, I believe, was the other returner. So the Vanguard are going to be starting on their own 20. They started on their 30 last time. Looks like Patrick going to send someone, and the run goes up the middle. It's going to be some gain, not too much. Going to be a gain of 4 on that run. If the Vanguard do manage to get into the Senior League out of their affiliate stats, it's going to be interesting to see how they do. Obviously, we've seen some other teams. Flag on the play there. Going to think there's going to be so Matt Sayer. Former Plymouth Blitz player as well as playing for Plymouth Bolt's flag team. Well, sort of apropos, isn't it? Because he drew a flag there. So that run on the first down is going to be wiped away. Going to be a 2nd and 11. So Brown is looking, scrambled around, bumps into his own O-lineman, manages to get it away. Going to be a reception. It's a lot of scrambling for a gain of 3. You know, we've seen, I'm trying to think of the last affiliate team I can remember coming up, probably South Links Lightning is what comes to mind. Well, for me anyway. There's a few, I think it's Rosendale Bucks, I believe, also trying to make the jump. So 3rd and 9, Vanguard are looking to pass it. Brown is scrambling around the pocket. He's being pursued by a lot of Apache, and it's going to be another sack on the day for the Bristol side. And the Vanguard are going to be backed up in their own end zone. I'm going to say that was Chris Hutchinson calling that sack, and if I'm wrong, well, they can tell me about it later. Because I thought it was 96. I don't have a 96 on my roster sheets, but I've got a lot of roster sheets, which is nice. Never where you want to be as a punter, backed up in your own end zone, but the ball is away. Just going to take a bounce, and that is going to settle on the 50. Brown, the QB for the Vanguard, having to do a lot of running. So absolutely dead set on the 50-yard line. Let's go about there. How about that? So I believe it's going to be Moorfield on the carry again. Oh no, maybe not. That might be Griff, veteran of this sport. In fact, I believe it is. It is. In the joke of him playing with leather helmets. Once played a game against the Toledo Maroons. That's how old he is. Unbelievable stuff. So only going to be a gain of 2 on that play. Going to go back to that pro form. We're going to send some people on the Vanguard. Harris is looking. And a sack for the Vanguard. Let me get you a name for that. Dom Connor makes another big tackle, and the Apache are going to find themselves behind the sticks. Going to be a tackle for loss. 4 yards for the rookie D lineman. Rookie D lineman doing that. Wow. Linebackers creeping up for the Vanguard. Harris is going to roll out to his right. Griff is going to act as a blocker. Griff's going to get away, and number 7 just drops it. And there was definitely space there to catch that ball, but Luke Holloway just unable to bring it in. Calls for watching the fake. It's a hot day. Love to see a fake. Paul Romanuk, the punter, he's going to have it in his hands and he's going to get it away. Good punt. And it's going to be just squibbed there. Unable to get hands on it on first touch. But the Vanguard managed to reclaim the ball. And they're going to be starting on their own 15. So will the sack from Connor give the Vanguard some bit more momentum? Heard the Plymouth sideline erupt in cheers after that great sack. He's already made 2 impactful tackles on the day. So Brown rolls out and he's just going to pitch it out to Jenkins. And he's going to have enough for a first down. Sorry, Jenkin. Apologies, they've got a Sam Jenkins and they've got a Ben Jenkin. So, Jenkin. So, looks like it's going to go to Jenkins again, but swallowed up there. Number 53, Josh Shepherd. Putting the Vanguard back behind the sticks. It's going to be a 2nd and 12 for the affiliate side. Completely unrelated to the actual playing the football. Jerseys, pretty nice. Just saying, good colour scheme. Anyway, so Brown is going to be looking to throw it. Just a quick one out and almost picked off. 3rd and 12 is going to be the challenge for the Vanguard. They found themselves behind the sticks a fair amount of times today. There's definitely a lot of pressure getting to Brown. So backers creeping, sending his back into the side. So Brown is looking, going to scramble out, and he's going to be swallowed up by the Apache. It's Trenkins. For who? Or is that a joke? Because he's massive or something. Have I felt fallen for that? That would be really funny if I have. So here we go, the punt away for the Vanguard. Doesn't take as good of a bounce as last time, and it's going to be fielded at the 40. You know, I'm just saying, I hope I see number 35 out for the Vanguard at running back. Caelan Grant. When I was on the Lincoln Colonials, used to coach for them. Now coaches for the Plymouth Blitz. But we got some players who've been around. Caelan Grant coming in at 12 years. Jenkins coming in at 10. Their QB 10 years. A high snap. Harris has managed to get it off. 11's got the ball for the Apache, and he's going to have a 1st down. Number 11, Raul, manages to get it past. Nope. Referees are saying, did he step out of bounds? Nope, sorry, there's an injured player down on the sideline. I thought the refs were just gathering around. Yeah, Joby Wolfenden Brown, 12 years of experience joining this affiliate squad. Mike Ireland as well at 10 years. Mike Ireland representing the Principality of Sealand. Interesting. Wonder if they've got a team. It's going to be an interesting one for the Apache going into the playoffs. The South really is looking, well, for my taste, it is going to be maybe East Kent or Rushmore. But obviously you can't be discounting the Apache. They won their division as well. Wembley in the mix. I believe South Wales as well. I haven't checked in a while, but I'm fairly certain South Wales got a big long journey to travel. But end of the day, I like South Wales. No way, is that true, Nathan? That's mad. So Harris is going to have, it's going to be given to number 21. He's going to have the angle, he's going to have enough for a first down and just keeps going. Flags flying, multiple flags flying. So Owen Ross, the running back on that attempt. Pretty sure Olympians are travelling South Wales, really. Then I've got that the wrong way round. Oh, that's a big old journey for the Olympians. I really did have that the other way round. Too locked in on Uniball. One European League of Football. Not a great excuse, but an excuse nonetheless. I thought it was the other way round. That'll be a good game, I reckon. If I'm free that day, you know, South Wales might have a visit. So penalty on the Vanguard's going to bring the Apache closer. So that's going to be the end of Q1. We're going to flip sides. Hopefully these players can get some fluids in on the journey. This is a hot day, speaking of that. I was going to try and reach down and get mine, but I can't reach down and get it. So try to spot number 52 for the Vanguard. He's a rookie and he's only 18. Joe Dolan there, getting his shout out. Hopefully he makes an impact, but it's difficult, isn't it, to really give the O-line, unless they do something. O-line only ever really get called out when something goes wrong. Don't I know it? But Tom Sutherland, the centre, snaps have been on point. Got to get that out of the way. Tom Maddox. Carl Van Staden as well on the O-line. Just going to give all the O-line the shout-outs now. Luke Beals, Joe Bishop, Mike Ireland, as we mentioned before. Dave Allen, Tom Allen. Surely not that Tom, no. So the Apache starting on the 10-yard line of the Vanguard, 84 in motion for him. And Harris just tries to ping it up. Oh, and what a grab. What a grab. Tiptoeing along the lines. Bassett, number 91, with an absolutely phenomenal reception. Going to put 6 more on the board for the Apache. Can they get the kick through this time? Very assumptive of me that they're going to try and kick it, especially considering that Harris is still on the field. Yeah, not particularly surprised. They're going to be going for it. Owen Ross is the back. And it's going to go to Ross. And he's going to fight through. I'm going to wait for a referee signal. That's why you never celebrate too early. They're going to have to try and dissect the pile. Make a judgment call. I didn't see any hands of our referees going up, so I'm going to keep the score at 12-0 for the Apache. Nathan, mate, I'm not sure. I'm 6'2". What are you talking about? Calling me short. Obviously, the other team who trains on this pitch, they were just here. I'm sure there's going to be a few lurking watching this game, the Aztecs. They got 2 games with the London Blitz coming up. And it's an onside. And it's an onside, and the Vanguard recover it. Hey, it's interesting. Let's just watch it again. I love watching onside. Just short boot tried to Pat McAfee it and recover his own onside, but unable to do so. And the Vanguard are going to be taken over on their own 49. It's fun though. Okay, so empty set now for the Vanguard. And Brown is looking. Brown gets out of one, can't get out of the other. Vanguard are 20 yards from the ball. Interesting. Watching that is Nathan. So Brown has got it again, empty set. Going to scramble around the pocket. Almost picked off, but caught by number 86 on a tip. Absolutely amazing. Let's have another gander at that. Now that is keeping your head screwed on. Lewis Norbury on that amazing reception. Tip drills, ladies and gentlemen. Always love a tip drill. So empty set continuing here for the Vanguard. Brown's looking to just throw it out to the flat. Going to have a reception and some yardage on that for Sayer. Looking like a gain of 7 on that play. 2nd and 3 for the Vanguard. So Brown looks to take it himself. He's trying to find the angle out to the right. He's fast. Outruns 92. He's going to be going out of bounds. It looks like that's just going to be short of a 1st and goal by the looks of things, as they're dragging the chains with them this time. Looks like they're going to be starting on, my best guess, given the current angle that I'm sat at, is going to be the 12-yard line. So Brown is looking. Going to scramble, maybe take off himself, and it's going to be picked off by the Apache. He's going to keep going. Just keeps going. He's got blockers. And that is going to be an absolutely massive flag on the play, though. Touchdown called. Again, I'm going to wait until I see what this flag was for. But Mike Brooks is going to be, I mean, if this goes back, he's going to be fairly annoyed with it. So it's going to be a holding on Bristol. Brooks's massive run is off the board, but looking like a 102 yarder. And that is a man who's going to have to definitely take on some take on some fluids. So a bit of a low snap there. Handed off. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 9 on that play. Oh, no, it's 9 yards. Get in. So no back in for the Apache. Second and short situation. Why wouldn't you go for it like this? Flag on the play. Almost picked off by number 4 of the Vanguard. So Julian Nelson there, offside for the Vanguard. It's going to be first down Bristol. We've got Vanguard fans from Germany watching here today. So first and 10, another low snap. Given to their power back, and it looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. And some more. John Walters. And the Apache are going to have it on the 20-yard line. Or Vanguard's 20-yard line, anyway. Seen great passes into the end zone from the Apache. Walters is still the back, trips on the right for the Bristol squad. And Harris is going to throw it out to the flats. That dropped. Kieran Calvey just unable to get his hands on the ball. I think there was maybe a John Walters. There's a blast from the pass. Bringing out the full squad from Singapore as well, watching today. Interesting. So second and 10 for the Apache. So Harris hands off, Walters a blocker, flags already flying. Harris flings it. Unable to be brought in. So a legal procedure from the Apache, they're going to be moving backwards. Too many men in the backfield, second and 15 now for the SFC 1 West Divisional Champions. trips on the right. Walters in the backfield. And Harris is going to roll out to his right. He's just going to try and dunk it to number 11, and he's going to get it, but before he's blasted out of bounds. Raul, number 11, on the reception. Not going to be enough for a first down. Looks to me like they're going to be 3 yards short. Oh. So, I didn't see that penalty, so that catch from Raul, number 11, is going to be wiped off the board, and the Apache are going to be moving even further back, and that's going to be 25 yards until they can see a first down marker again. There are 4 receivers in, 1 back for them. Harris is looking, trying to escape the pocket, but he's been caught by a Vanguard player and brought down, and the Apache are going even further backwards. Gareth Rees on the sack. Another former Cornwall Monarch. Here's Rees, and the Apache are so far away. 4 receivers in. Going to bring a man in to block. Flag on the play. So delay of game, and the Apache are going to continue their trend of going backwards. And the Apache are going to take a timeout. They've got a lot of ground to cover if they want to convert. But you've got to assume, yeah, he's probably going to be going deep. They've managed to get the deep ball across a few times. Again, all these teams do need to take on water today because it is hot. It's a beautiful day here in Bristol, as it tends to be when Sport Tank comes to SGS. The temperature of my orange Fanta is unpleasant. Just to really paint the picture for everyone at home. Unpleasant. It's Ben William, number 20, the running back. Dan Burgess being called for by the chat. And the Apache are years away from a first down. Going to try and galvanise that line, put an extra man on there, 3 receivers in. So flags on the play. Did they manage to get the jump? So that's what you get in affiliate games. The call there was offside. Defence, offside with contact, defence. Quite a lot of people. Yeah. Egan there. Loves it. So the Apache are going to get back some of the yardage that they have lost, but it's still going to be a lot between them and a first down. They try to do it again, very well drilled it from the Vanguard. Going to just going over the head of Jack Mountcastle. Already got a touchdown on the day, but fourth down. Potential for a field goal being wiped off the ball, unless they got a really, really impressive kicker. Like a really, really impressive kicker. We see a fake punt here today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to lose my mind. Just let you know that. And ball is away. It's going to take a bounce. Bit of a Bristol bounce. And that's going to be down at the 4-yard line. And Romanuk with another impressive punt. Pinning the Vanguard back deep. $12-0 the score on the day. As it stands, not on the day. On the day is when it shuts. So here we go for the Vanguard. Definitely inside that danger zone, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Potentially a gain of 1. Trying to spot who that running back is from here. It just seems like the angle of the sun. So there's some movement on the line. So, new QB in for the Vanguard, Sammy Dunn. 5 years of experience, former Torbay Trojan. So penalty going to be on the Vanguard. They're going to move back, bit of a high snap toss out to the right, and there's some space and there's some speed. Only one man to beat, tries for the stiff arm, going to keep going. Oh my Lord, there's no flags on the play. Can he get him? And brought down. What an effort from both players. Let's have another look at that. They're saying the ball was loose over there. But Romanuk, the punter, manages to chase down a Burghley Vanguard running back. Could very well have been Jenkin. I was moving too fast for me to see, but just like that, the Vanguard almost flipped the field. Last time they were in the red zone, it was a pick for them. It's going to be handed off this time, and the Vanguard are going to be going backwards. I'll say a run of about 75 yards there, just exploding through on that toss play out of the backfield. I believe it's Dom Short, the back in now. And Dunn just throws it, and it's a touchdown, Vanguard. Let's have another look at that. Sammy Dunn throwing an excellent ball, and the Vanguard are on the scoreboard. And that huge run setting up the Vanguard to get points on the board, 12-6 currently. And the Vanguard trying to get our first successful extra point of the day. Again, very, very presumptive that they're going to go for an extra point, because they're going to go for 2. Well done, Tebbs. You've done it again. Okay, so Dunn is looking and picked off by number 6, but that's going to be no good. Flag on the play. Oleg looked to be so roughing the passer penalty on Bristol. Vanguard are going to be moving closer, and they're going to have another try at it. So Sammy Dunn's got it, hands it off to Jenkins, but swallowed up there by the Apache defense. No good. 6-12 the score here at SGS Wise campus. Well, what a run that was. There's a comment, they're too easy for Bristol. Said that just before that massive run and touchdown. So 6-12 the score. Vanguard are going to kick it away for the first time today. But a beautiful ball there from Sammy Dunn, the former Torbo Trojan, to get it into the end zone. Just trying to see if I can get the name of, well, the number of the punter, number 89, Sam Jenkins. So the ball is up, ball is away, travelling to the left. It's going to be returned by number 18 of the Apache. Going to get around one man, but trying to get my eyesight's not that good, I can't see. So I don't know who brought him down, but good tackle. And the Apache are going to be starting. Going to wait for the refs to put the ball down. Something's going on with the chains at the very least. Might say there's an illegal kick formation. So absolutely right, offside for the Vanguard. Going to tack on to 5 extra points. So Apache going to be looking to get back into this. That's going to be going to Ed Green. Just runs a man over That's why he is there. They were 10 yards away, not 5. It's a strange one, Martin. Even Nathan was saying about that. Plymouth's lining up slightly wrong. For which team? It's a first down for the Apache. So it's going to be a handoff to number 7 of the Apache. Going to find the outside. But a big, big tackle from the Vanguard. It's going to be a 6-yard gain on the run. So it's going to be another handoff. Ed Green is going to have it, going to cut right. It's going to be enough for a first down. Ross, I'll call the game how I want. All right. So we're going to have an injured Vanguard player down. We're bringing Sammy Dunn on at QB. Definitely did a lot for them there, that run play, to get them out of their own end zone. Definitely the most spectacular gain of the day so far today. Team's definitely going to take on some water again there. The Apache going into the playoffs, they've had a nice big gap between the regular season ending and the playoffs starting. It's taken this exhibition game against the Vanguard. Vanguard obviously trying to get out of the affiliate status. And the way you do that is by playing games. So the player in question for the Vanguard being helped off the field. I think that's Tom Maddox, I believe. Throughout this team, we've got all the Vanguards, you've got Monarchs, former Olympians, London Olympians, not Olympic Olympians. Teesside Cougars as well. So trips on the left for them. Harris is looking that way. He pumps once, gets it away, and that is picked off by the Vanguard. And a great defensive display there. This ball is going to be going back with the Vanguard. And after that big touchdown, you've got to say, and that interception, the momentum is going to be going the way of Plymouth. Can they flip the field once again? Try and even this game up before half time? I believe I heard some Apache players saying potentially only 5 minutes left. I'd love to give you a time check, but yeah, we do what we can. We do what we can. So Dunn in at QB again. He's going to hand it off, but this time swallowed up by the Apache. Going to be a gain of, wait for it. Going to be a gain of 2 on that play. Apache definitely going to be on the lookout now for a big explosive play. Don't let runners get into space, simple as that. So it looks like the Apache definitely stacking that box. And Dunn has got it and he's going to take it himself. But brought down there from number 51 of the Apache. Sean Nolan going to record that, maybe a gain of 1 on the play on that run from Dunn. Try that. I think this might be the... So, 2-minute warning here in Bristol. Vanguard got themselves a 3rd and 7 to conquer first, but obviously they'd love to get this score slightly closer before having their half-time orange slices. So here we go. Dunn is looking. Got a man in his face, but unable to find apologies. Unable to find anyone. Remerson, number 46, was just right in his grill. And he had to get that out of the way. The punting unit for the Vanguard going to be on the field, and the Apache are going to have an opportunity to put this score out in front of them slightly more. Number 48 for the Apache, sorry, number 18, and number 22 back to receive. Baines and Mountcastle. Ball is up. Looks like that's going the way of Baines. Baines has it. And Baines is going to be taken down. Looks to me like it's going to be on the Vanguard. 45. So the Apache are going to be starting in Plymouth territory again, looking to bump that score up a bit as we currently sit at 12-6, just a 1-score game. What a pick last time the Apache were out. Let's see what the Apache can do. Harris is looking, just dumps it off to 16. Definitely a great catch there. Looked like he didn't have all of it, but had enough time to get his hands more secured on that ball. That's going to be a 1st down Apache. So the Apache going to take a timeout, trying to save some clock as they march down the field. Get the chain crew sorted out first. Looks like Moorfield is going to be the back. I imagine he'll be there to protect more than anything else. But again, been a very interesting game. It's good to see Plymouth, you know, doing well. I think obviously it's going to be a very, very tentative if, because like I've obviously, you know, be nice to see the Vanguard playing senior ball next year. I think if they can keep these numbers up, World could very well beat their oyster next year. Look at it from the other side. Apache again getting in some good reps. So less than 2 minutes. Apache trying to lengthen that score. Harris is going to roll out. He's going to find his number 24. He's going to be brought down before the line to gain. Connor found, get ready for this one, found the ball. Unbelievable stuff. That's journalism. So going to be another timeout for the Apache. Again, no successful kicks on the day, but I will say we've only had one try and it wasn't successful. Bit of a bad snap. No, sorry, a bit of a bad hold. So it always goes back to the snap because long snappers, So only one timeout remaining for the Apache. Throwing it medium up the middle. So let's see what. So 3 receivers, one back to the behind, one to the left. Harris is looking to his left, trying to find. There's and another delivery medium into the middle, but I don't think that. I'm not entirely sure that the Apache managed to get that first down, and it certainly doesn't look like it. I'm found on the reception again, and the Apache are going to burn their last time out. 3rd and 2. So I imagine wherever this ball goes, it's going to be sideline bound. I do wish I had more of a clock update for you, but let's say a minute. Let's go with that. There's only one back in now for the Apache. Harris is looking, just done himself through the middle, looking for 89, and he's got it. Wow, what a grab. Touchdown Apache. And just these short plays opening the door. TJ Ajayi with a great one-handed grab, and that is going to put the Apache ahead by another 6 as the first half comes to a close. That was an absolutely textbook grab. You got some photographers down there, and hopefully they snapped some pics of that because that was great. So they're going to go in for the extra point now, are the Apache, and the ball is up. And just like that, the ball is good. 19-6 the score. Less than a minute remaining in the first half of this exhibition contest. But again, I still think it's impressive at the end of the day. Like, the Vanguard are an affiliate team, Div 2 would where they'd obviously be starting, getting points on, the SFC 1 West champions. Obviously, we are going to take that with some sort of grain of salt, obviously, because, the Apache are going to be playing their full squad, but just getting some good reps in against a very game and hungry team. Exactly what you need when you're going to be going into the D1 playoffs. And the return for the Vanguard is going to be getting to, I believe, their own 29. But we're going to take a gamble on that. Oh, it's further than that. It's much further than that. What am I talking about? So Vanguard are going to be on their own 34. We've seen good run plays with a lot of deep running. Haven't seen it in the way of passing, but Dunn is looking, and that is blocked at the line of scrimmage. I was about to say there's no better feeling for a D lineman than being able to bat a ball down, but there is. It's picking one off, obviously. How often do you see that? You see batted down balls. So 2nd and 10 for the Vanguard. Apologies. So sending a man out, and the ball and the snap just hits Dunn in the hands, and the Apache are going to be taking over that ball. Let's have another look to see just what happened there. Potentially Dunn wasn't ready for the snap. That ball's going to hit him in the hands. The Apache are going to take over. Apache do have no timeouts remaining. So it's going to be an interesting amount of play calling to see just what they dial up here. Potentially too much power on the snap, but it just seems as though Dunn was just unable to get it. Tom Sutherland to the centre. Not casting blame or anything, just getting the name out there. So we've got a new QB in. The ball falls short, but the clock does stop. Finley Hughes now in at QB for the Apache. 2nd and 10. So 4 receivers out now for the Apache. Who's got the ball? Slings it out to the side, but incomplete pass. And again, the clock does stop, so it's not the worst thing in the world for the Apache if they want to have a deep shot. Or as deep a shot as you can have from the 22-yard line. So putting too high are the Vanguard. Gonna get it out to number 16. Brought down, clock. They're trying to spike the ball. Kieran Calvey on the reception. No real turn of speed here. They're trying to spike the ball. Field goal team coming on. And just some confusion there at the end, trying to get some time management out of the way. Half time the score. May potentially be worth having a look because there's some other games happening up north. So maybe potentially just have a look, see if any of those scores have come in. So, but again, interesting game. You know, I think no matter how this game ends up score-wise, I'm gonna be impressed with the Vanguard. You know, it's a very, very big squad for an affiliate team. They're coming out there playing anyone who will have a game with them. The call for oranges. I'm going to try and zoom in on this tub of oranges. I'm going to try and do it because it's an impressive tub of oranges. Look at that tub of oranges. Look at it. Wow. But ladies and gentlemen, go and get yourself a hot drink, go and get yourself an orange slice like some of these Apache players. Look at the size of that. Unbelievable stuff. I'm going to try and get some scores for you and we'll join you back here in about 15 minutes. The score as it stands, Apache 19, Vanguard 6. We'll catch you in just a little bit. Hello everyone, we are ready to kick off the second half of this exhibition game between the Plymouth Vanguard and the Bristol Apache. Apache managing to get a score just before the end of the first half, and they're also going to be receiving the ball as well. But it does have to be said, you've got to think to the Plymouth Vanguard. Again, it is impressive just how well they're playing. I think if they, again, knock on wood for them, if they do get into the league next year, they're going to make a real impact. And a great reception there from 18 of the Apache, and just fighting past. And that ball's going to be going to at least a halfway point of the field. Mount Carter, he's already recorded a touchdown today. He's got a very, very good return on the books now as well. So getting it off to Griff there, it looks like. Seemed to me that the Vanguard defense just wasn't ready, wasn't set, and the Apache taking advantage of that. Simon Harris out at QB. Finley Hughes looks to be taking the helm for the rest of this game for the Bristol squad. Sorry, mate. So Hughes is looking and gets it into the middle, trying to find a lane up the right-hand side. He's going to find one. Flags flying. Not called out of bounds on that run. Roll with another good reception on the day. But let's see what the flag's saying and who it's against. So Connor found getting a holding call. Rowell's catch is going to be brought back. Looks like it's going to be given the Apache. 2nd and 5 almost. I've almost done that a few times today. Apache. No wonder I put it in the score at the first league. I've got Aztecs on my mind. So 2nd and 5. Trips to the left-hand side. The Apache going to be given a Griff. He's going to punch it up through the middle. And it looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. I was speaking to some of the Apache at halftime, and I think they're aware, you know, they play sound football. You know, each run maybe 4 or 5 yards, exactly what you need. So anyone who's played, they've heard it, you know, you get 4 yards of carry every single time, you win the football game. Simple as that. So, trips again for the Apache. This time they're going to throw it. This time a good reception. Number 85 is going to have it. I'm not going to have much on the yak. Elliot Seddon, the tight end. If there is a gain on that, it is, I wouldn't say inches and not yards, but I think that's, well, it's not yards, it's yard, singular. So Griff is still the back in. Vanguard showing no pressure right now. They're going to send a few blitzers. Going to be given to Griff. The ball is fumbled. It's going to be recovered by the Vanguard. And that is number 90. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, number 90 for the Vanguard. I cannot quite believe that they've got him listed down here as a rookie, because he's been doing absolute bits for them. Number 90, Dom Connor, is a great pickup for them. And obviously if they get in, I imagine he'll be a name to fear in the Southwest. So the Vanguard are going to take over just shy of midfield, just 3 yards shy of midfield in fact. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, but Apache number 59, let me look through my sheets of paper. I don't have one. 51, that's why. Sean Nolan was hanging off the back of that running back before he even got through the line. Loss of 1 on the play for the Vanguard. Bringing some pressure are the Apache. Dunn is looking, but he is sacked. Number 53. Josh Shepherd gets a big sack and the Vanguard are going to keep going backwards. Just cut through there. That's a big loss. It's going to be looking like a third. I'm going to make a guess on a 17. Dunn delivered an expert pass to get the Vanguard on the board. And it could be looking that way again. And it's going to be a toss to Jenkins and almost breaks one tackle, but cannot break another one. And there's a fleet of Apaches to bring him down. The Vanguard are going to be going backwards even further. And it looks like we may have an injured Vanguard player. He's up, he's walking off under his own power. Jenkins slow to get up. He's definitely been one of the key players for the Vanguard today. But the punting unit now comes on as they will be facing a 4th and 22. I'm going to say it's a guess. And the punt is away, but it's a high one, not a long one. Going to take a Plymouth bounce, going to be returned just short by number 42 of the Apache. Mike Brooks, who had that big long run, called back. It just takes the ball out just a few yards. Apache look to be starting on their own 45. Using it QB Griff on the running back, but they're going to bring him down and it's going to be a loss on the play for the Apache. So it's going to be a 2nd and 13 for the SFC One West champions. Don't know why my voice went there, but it did. Did have my half-time orange. Going to have my post-game orange instead, if you want the Tebs orange update. So it's going to be trips for the Apache on the right. And Hughes just gets away, but that ball went backwards. That ball went backwards, and this could be recovered by the Vanguard. Potentially a miscommunication there has led the Vanguard to having some excellent field position. Let's see if we can have another look at that. But Hughes unable to get that ball going sideways. It goes backwards and the Vanguard are going to take over fairly deep inside Bristol Apache territory. The last drive for the Vanguard went backwards and backwards again. So Dunn is not in at QB for the Vanguard. And it's Brown again. And that's picked off by the Apache. And a fumble, or what would be classed as a fumble for the Apache. Immediately gets put back into their possession. Marcin Olek on the interception. And the Apache offense is going to retake the field. And they're going to be taken over on their own 37. As we saw Brown come back in at QB for that play for the Vanguard. Trips to the left for the Apache. And there we go, throws it to the screen, but unable to bring it in. Just a bit too low for Calvé. Still 2nd and 10 for the Apache. Seen a lot of momentum shifts already in this second half with turnovers. So it's going to be handed off to Griff. Bounces off an O-lineman and then brought down, potentially maybe a gain of 1 or 2. On that running play, ran into a brick wall of an O-lineman. Just couldn't bounce round him. So Griff comes out at running back. Owen Ross is now at the back for the Apache. And he's looking. And a great catch by Calvé. Caught it in some traffic. He had a Vanguard defender hanging all over him, but just unable to get the ball out of the hands of Calvé. That's an advert for some gloves right there. Find out what gloves he's got. So 1st and 10 for the Apache. Ross is still the back in for the Apache. Hughes is looking, throws it out. 46 just bounces it off his chest, brings it in. Potentially only a gain of 1 on that play for the Apache. Yeah, going to be a gain of 1, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for Bristol. I'm going to say run right. Yep, good one, Chris. Hughes going to take it himself, and he's going to have a 1st down by the looks of it. Looks like he's going to be just a yard shy. Third and 2, got it wrong. 2. I was going too much for it. So Ross is still the back. He's going to get it. He's going to go left. He's going to have a 1st down, and he's going to have a lot more brought down by number 90 again. Dom Connor really is an absolute phenom for this Vanguard's defense. I can't quite believe he's a rookie. I need to... I've checked the sheet and I've checked the sheet again. Rookie. Unbelievable. It's going to end up as a first 16 in motion. And it's going to be going to Ross again to the left, but this time just caught by the Vanguard, but just Apache managing to push Ross forward enough, and there's a Vanguard player who's lost his lid. Number 44 for him. Woolacott linebacker, also a rookie, managing to make first contact with Ross. Bringing on some players, are the Vanguard. Going to be 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 7. I can't quite make my mind up. Trips on the right. And it's going to be thrown out to Calvé. He's going to spin out of one. He's going to try and hurdle another, but brought down. Seems that we do have an injured Vanguard player down, or at least taking a knee, which would suggest that. That player would be Dom Connor, and he'd be a massive loss to this Plymouth Vanguard defence. These teams having a water break, because again it is an absolutely beautiful day here, but yeah, it's a beautiful day to be in your garden, but to wear pads and helmet for an hour can be difficult. You know, I think it was the Aztecs who had the water sprayer that you use in your garden, just spraying players with it. Always something funny to see. So it's going to be a 3rd and 5 for the Apache. Trips on the left for them. Hughes is looking, going to run left. He's going to fire it, but that ball just gets batted down. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 5 for the Apache. I think this game's a good one to cover just because I think it will tell the story of the Vanguard going forward. But I'm sure as part of that story they'd love to say they've got to stop here as the Apache offense is still on the field. Ross is going to take it out to the left. I think he may have enough, and he just runs over a man. That's going to be enough for the first down for the Apache. Seems to be that Ross is that player that they are trusting with all of these outside runs. You can see why, because he's getting yardage and converts on a 4th down as the Apache once again creep close to the Vanguard end zone. So 11 in motion for the Apache. Hughes is going to run that way as well, and he's going to fire it out to 11. Great tackle there from the Vanguard, but it's going to be a good gain on the play. You're going to have an injured Vanguard player down. Number 11, Raoul for the Apache. Has been key in grinding out these yards, and that's exactly what the Apache do. They grind out these yards. You know, it feels like the Apache have had the ball for so long. That's because they just grind out the ball. Personally, that's the way that, you know, I would play football, because realistically you're in a triple threat. It's not just you versus your opponent, it's you versus your opponent versus the clock. It's a good way to make sure your opponent never has the football, or has the football as little as possible. When we get back in, it looks like it's going to be a 2nd and 5 for the Apache. They'll obviously have a date with the Wembley Stallions. A game that, you know, I think one of the more explosive ones, one of the more difficult to call games coming into the playoffs. Wembley are a good side. Not winning their division though, unfortunately for them anyway, not being able to best the Rushmore Knights, who are on a tear. And then you've also got the East Kent Mavericks as well in the south. You know, I still do think that it's going to be a case of, well, it could just be because I used to play for them. I think the Caesars are going to take the North. You heard it here first. We didn't hear it first because everyone's been saying that since the start of the season. So it's 2nd and 5 for the Apache. Hughes drops back. He's got Vanguard in his face. Manages to stiff arm 2 of them and gets the ball away. And just a great reception there. Flag from the referee on the far sideline. And it seems to be that's going to be an ineligible man downfield, if I can hear the referees from up here properly. And Gilbraith, being downfield, wipes away a touchdown for the Apache. They're now going to have a 2nd and 10. You know, it's difficult as a lineman when you think your QB's about to scramble. You want to get downfield and protect him. But when a pass is still on the cards, it's difficult. It's a difficult decision to make. So Ross is the back in for the Apache. He's going to be running right. Is Hughes going to fire one out? But met in the air is the receiver for the Aztecs. Going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Vanguard want to stay in this game. They do need a stop. But then it begs the question, we've seen the Apache go for it on 4th down already today. Are they going to continue that particular trend? Obviously that's with the assumption that this play does not make the necessary 10 yards. So here we go, it's going to be going up the middle. Ross is just going to have it. Big turn of speed. Going to wait for a referee's call there to see. So 4th down for the Apache, but it's 4th and 1. And the Apache are going to be keeping their offense on the field. No real surprise there. We've seen in these short yardage situations before the Apache trying to get the Vanguard to jump. Worked for them once already today. I'm going to go to that I form. Ross is going to have it, and he's going to punch it through. Not going to make it into the end zone, but he's going to have enough for a 1st down. Don't know who whistled there, but it was very impressive because everyone looked round. That ball looks to me to being on the 4-yard line of the Vanguard. So timeout called by the Vanguard. Gonna have a conversation and some hydration. But Vanguard do need a stop here. We've seen the ball get picked off in the red zone. before, but for the Vanguard. They'd love to get something like that, but realistically, I'd imagine that the Apache are going to be running this ball. I say this, you know, we've got Coach Rossi of Vanguard are looking great for an associate team. Couldn't agree more. You know, that's why I think this game's a good one to call. Just we get to watch the growth of Plymouth. They've still got a few games left to play. Potentially Bournemouth on the 10th/11th. I'm not entirely sure what day they may have settled upon. Then also the Oxford Saints as well. So Hughes moving people around on the line. So it's going to be going to Ross. And Ross, I believe, is tackled just a yard short. So it's going to be 1 yard to pay dirt for the Apache. Ross still in as the back. John Walters also in, or as a fullback, and Ross is going to take it and just goes straight in. Not touched at all for the Apache, and they're going to put another 6 on the board. 25-6 is the score. Looks like there's going to be an attempt to kick now from the Apache. One was unsuccessful, one was successful. Let's see here, snap is up, snap is good, ball is up, and ball is good. And Scott Gay, the D lineman there, on that successful conversion. 26-6 is the score. The Vanguard are 20 points behind. But it's going to be interesting to see just who comes out as the QB on offense for the Vanguard. As last time their offense was on the field, and it did feel like a while ago that they were on the field, I will grant. It was Brown, but throwing that interception. Will it be Brown or will it be Dunn? That is the question. So, ball is up, fired into the left-hand corner. That's going to go for a touchback. And that was the wide receiver Olek on the kick. Seems to be that it is going to be Brown in at QB for the Vanguard. I don't know what song it is, but Plymouth love to use that one song when they talk about, you know, Vanguard's coming and stuff. We've got a man in motion for Plymouth. They're going to fire it. Brown's going to fire it. He's looking for 13, and he's caught it. What a reception! What a reception! And I worry just how high the camera that I may have missed it. So I apologise to number 13. Let me just. I think that was Jenkins. I've said Jenkins' name enough. We're going to keep the wide shots now. Keep the wide shots. Got a great play there from our flag on the play. Let's see this. And now I'm not sure if you can hear this, gentlemen, but I think the entire crowd are bemused by that particular call. But an illegal motion on the offense is going to put that catch back. Should have declined it. No, I'm joking. The Vanguard are going to lose 5. Coach, I think it'll be on the highlights, will it? Good question. So trying to send the linebackers. So Brown going for the same receiver again and almost picked off, but batted away. We know that that seam is looking a lot more open, but I'm sure the Apache are going to try and make sure that that goes nowhere. Again, I will apologise to Plymouth for not. I was too zoomed in. It's what happens when you're that far away. So I'm sort of waiting for them to change the down marker. Yep, it's going to be 3rd and 15 for the Vanguard. Can they get another impressive play out there? So some talks, and it is 2nd down. I thought it might suffer that penalty being a replay down, so it's 2nd and 15. Looks like the Apache going to send some backers. Brown drops back. He's going to fire one out to his left, but seems to split his 2 receivers there. Alula and Saya, and it's going to be the end. Lewis making a good point. Number 12 was playing Canadian rules with his run-up. Happened a few times for the Vanguard today, where a receiver is just running a bit too forward towards the line prior to the snap. So going to flip the side of the field, still going to have a long way to go before they get a 1st down. They're going to wait for this to be whistled in. Here we are, whistled in. So here we go, Brown is looking, throws it up to the right, looking for that again. And a big catch, and he's going, Can they get him? I don't think they can. Touchdown, Vanguard. And just no flags, just sensational. We knew that that route was open. And the Vanguard find it again for an extra 6 points. And both QBs for the Vanguard now recording a passing TD on the day. Another big splash play from the Vanguard. They're gonna looks like they're going to be going for 2. Bit too wide there. There we go. So Brown's got it. Brown is looking. He's going to roll right. Just flip up over the middle, trying to find a receiver in the backfield, but just a bit too tall for him. 12-26 is the score. First play of Q4 goes for a touchdown for the Vanguard. So Vanguard are going to boot it away. So 2 scores the deficit here for the Vanguard. They've got time to sort something out, but they do need something because we know that the Apache are going to grind it out. So, ball is up, ball is away. I believe that's going to be Calvé on the reception, number 16. Going to be looking to run right. Gets a big shoulder bump there from number 44. But brought down at the 40, their own 40-yard line. So we are going to have an injured Vanguard player down. Great splash plays out here for the Vanguard. Perfect for their social medias, I think. Everyone's social medias. But again, it's a hot day, giving some players the opportunity to get some water. I'm going to see if we've got anything on the other games happening up north. But I'm unsure if we do. So Yorkshire Rams and Humber Warhawks. And the Surge and the Wolverines also happened today, Div 1 and Div 2. Rams seem to be the consensus favourite among the rundown pundits, as well as the Surge and the Wolverines. Hatchnell's going for the Surge. Micah going for the Wolverines. So the Apache are going to be taken over on their own 39. Okay. Here we are now. And running left. And have space, can pick up a good amount of yards. potentially I'm going to say 6. That's Alex Moorfield. Definitely, I'd say one of the power backs. Saw Ed Green a little bit today. Obviously, you've got to keep someone like Ed Green pretty fresh. For the playoffs. So he's going to go to Moorfield again. He's going to cut through the middle, jump over a man, makes another miss. And a good gain there for Moorfield. Maybe potentially have another Vanguard player down, and we do. But it's been another great year of Brit Ball. No, it's not over yet. We've still got playoffs and Brit Bowls to attend and to watch. Everything such as that. Still don't know who's going to be coming away with the with the trophies, with promotion, with things of that nature. So Hughes throws it out looking for Raul, but just unable to get it. 2nd and 10 for the Apache. And then Uniball begins. And then I flourish. I come out the shell. Like a caveman trapped in ice, waiting for Uniball season. Sweet, delicious Uniball season. I already got my picks for Uniball season. They'll come out soonish. Got my big long Uniball rankings document still to come. Only got 2 divisions left on that one. It's going to be a run from Moorfield. He's going to run right, cuts back into the middle, and he's going to have enough for a first down. If not, he's going to have it bang on, and it is going to be enough for a first down for the Apache. We got a nice breeze now coming in over the SGS Wise campus. But it's it for, you know, the Vanguard want to score again. They're going to need to be quick about it, because the Apache are just so good at this meticulous style of football, running that clock down. Hughes looking for number 89, but cannot find him. I was going to say in a field of green. Well, of course the field is green, but by that I do mean the Vanguard. Looking for TJ Ajayi. He's already got a TD on the day. 2nd and 10 for the team that is destined to meet the Wembley Stallions. That's a bit better. So it's going to be a hand for 29. The ball is fumbled. Ball is out. I believe that. And I think the Vanguard may have that. I thought that Moorfield managed to jump on it, but it seemed to be that him jumping on it just pushed the ball away, and I believe that's going to be going the Vanguard's way. And that is exactly what the Vanguard needs. They want to put some more points on the board. One more score in the last few moments of this game could be a spicy one. So a huge pass to get the Vanguard into the end zone last time. Are we going to see the same thing again? Brown still in at QB. Bit of a low snap. It's going to be a handoff to the right, but it's instantly swallowed up by the Apache, and it's going to be a loss on the play for the Vanguard. They're going to be having a loss of 3, 4. We're going to go 4. Just unable to get anything going on that play. So we go, Brown throws it out to his left, but unable to convincingly find the hands of Jenkin. 3rd and 14 is what remains for the Vanguard. So Brown's got the ball. He's looking, and just another big throw. He's got a man open, but it's picked off. And that receiver did have a lot of space. But James Baines comes up with the interception. Looks like Brown found the area that Baines was hiding and just threw it a bit too close to the sun. The Apache are going to take the ball over on their own 32. Let's zoom in, not zoom out. Okay, so Hughes is looking. Hughes delivers it out to the left. Unable to find anyone there. Second and 10 now for the Apache. I suspect that first big pass and play doesn't work. They're going to just try and grind it out on the ground. So it looks like Moorfield is going to be the running back in for the Apache. As it stands, going to go to him. Almost caught by Vanguard. There were some 2 Vanguard players in his grill, but couldn't bring him down. Gareth Reese, first one to make contact with Moorfield, but just unable to get anything going there. 3rd and 5. So Hughes is looking and just hits a Vanguard player. But the punting unit for the Apache coming back out now. The Vanguard are going to have time on offense. So ball is up. Great ball. Now it's going to settle down at the 33-yard line of the Vanguard. Going to be interested to see just how much time we have left. But again, the Vanguard are 2 scores away. Or can they do it? That is the question. There we go, so Brown is going to still be the QB. He's going to be looking and unable to find number 20, just shooting it a bit too low at the ground. Ben Williams is running back, was the desired target. 2nd and 10 for the Vanguard. So Brown's looking at, and he's going to be looking again. If he can have space, Brown throws it, and it's picked off again. Just trying to get through there. But another pick on the day for the Apache. Olek comes away with an interception. The Apache are going to have the ball again, and I'm sure this Apache offense may be getting tired. So that play is whistled in. As much as that may say it's 3rd down, it is 1st down. So Hughes is looking and just throws it up. And picked off by the Vanguard. And just like that, just giving it straight back to Plymouth. I don't know, did the Apache offense not have enough water on the sideline? Just had to give it straight back to the Vanguard. So the Vanguard still have a chance to put points on the board. When something like that happens, hey, you just... The first interception of that series. Okay, so Brown is looking, going to that seam again, and almost been able to bring it in. And Coach Russ is a good one. Ben Drinking following his dad's footsteps. His dad, Craig, was a wide receiver for the Dutchy Destroyers way back in the day. Way back in the day. Russ, what year are we talking? What year are we talking? Y form, Ben. Oh, Brown is looking. Gets it off into the middle. And going to be enough for a 1st down for the Vanguard. I'll say that's Williams, number 20. Going to move the chains for Plymouth. So 1st 10 for the Vanguard. So Brown is looking, just dumped off, trying to find Jenkin, but just putting a bit too far out in front of him. 2nd and 10 is the challenge now for the Vanguard. We know they can throw the ball long. Are they going to be attempting something here? Brown's got it, pitching it out to the left, or a toss anyway, but just flattened by number 30 of the Apache, Charlie Felton. That is a good surname. Sorry, good nickname. Carrick, that is a good surname. Come on. Come on, Carrick, R19. Has he played before? Come on. Come on. It's a 4-yard gain on the toss play for the Vanguard. Whistling it in. So 2 minutes remaining. Obviously Plymouth would love to find the board one more time.
Got some lamb smoking away.
So someone jumped, flags flying, Brown is looking. Brown may have someone, almost picked off, but looking for Sayer. So not going to be enough for a first down for the Vanguard, but they are going to tack on an extra 5 yards, making it slightly more manageable for them. So 3rd and 2 for the Vanguard. They still got timeouts available to be used. Trying to go for it again. Brown has the ball. Maybe going to take it himself. He is going to take it himself. He's going to have enough for the first down and he's going to slide. I think that's a very smart decision. Booze raining, but I think very smart decision to take it himself. You've got a fresh set of downs. And the Vanguard are going to take one of their timeouts. But first down, going to have some room to play with are the Vanguard. We know they can throw it long. The Apaches' next game will be in the playoffs. They'll be taking on the Wembley Stallions. A very, very interesting game. I believe they'll be hosting that game right here. I can't remember if Sports Tank have done our playoff streams yet, but keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled. Vanguard having a long old discussion here. They want to dial something up. They want to dial something up here. I mean, 12 to 26, still a very respectable score for the affiliate side here. So Brown drops back. Brown is looking. He's looking right. Got a man open and a great catch. And the Vanguard have a big reception, 20 plus. That's Sayer on the reception for the Vanguard. It seems to be they're going to now be on the Apache 21. Brown's looking again. Almost sacked, ball is up, but falls incomplete. Looks to be they're calling a timeout. Maybe work from last time, taking a long time out, figuring out what plays are on, what route you're running. Maybe they're going to be doing, they draw up the play on the back of the Someone's helmet or someone's arm. I'm taking that away. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I got number 33 from Tyler Hawk, used to be a professional wrestler. Strange, so did I. Unbelievable stuff. So Brown is going to be looking to take off. He's got one man in his face, just fires it up. That's dangerous. Almost picked off, and it's caught by the Vanguard. And that's down at the 1. That's the second time we've seen that. And they're going to be running to get that ball away. That's the second time we've seen that from the Vanguard. That a tipped ball has gone their way. They are now close to the end zone. Brown is looking. Just going to try and throw it in the back of the end zone. Incomplete. So potentially a flag on the play for the judge on the Plymouth sideline. I believe so. I see something yellow on the field, and unless someone has thrown a banana onto the field, I imagine it's probably going to be a penalty. So it's going to be on Bristol. And the Vanguard are going to be right there, ready to punch it in. So inside the 2-minute warning, Vanguard would love to dial something up here. Brown has got it again. He's going to fire it out to his right. Unable to bring it in there. And it seems to be that is the end of the game. The Vanguard can't punch it in. But in this exhibition contest scoreline, Bristol Apache 26, Plymouth Vanguard 12. So we know the Apache are good. We don't really have to talk about that. They've got a date with the Wembley Stallions in the playoffs. But obviously the main talking point of today is the Plymouth Vanguard. And I think talking to people all around today, the one thing they've said is they're surprised by the Plymouth Vanguard. They're pretty good for an affiliate side. And with those numbers and having some success today against, you know, one of the top flight teams in Div 1, a divisional champion in the Apache, I'd personally say I think the future looks bright for the Vanguard. So they will be playing the Oxford Saints on the 18th, and I believe the Bournemouth Bobcats on the 10th or the 11th. Hi coach, how you doing? On the 10th or the 11th. But I think it's fair to say that one takeaway from today, hey, the future's bright. The future is bright for the Plymouth Vanguard. I tell you what, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to talk to some of them. I'm going to say to that number 90, I'm going to grill him, because I can't believe that Dom Connor has not played before, because he made some absolutely spectacular plays today. But what a game this was. Thank you for joining us for this exhibition contest between the Apache and the Vanguard. Scoreline here today: Apache 26, Plymouth Vanguard 12. Ladies and gentlemen, go and enjoy the rest of your sunny Sunday. We will catch you back here next weekend. Watch the rundown tomorrow as well. I've been Tebs, and I will see you later.